Welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
We've been having a great time taking a journey through metal with you and each other.
If you enjoy our videos and would like to support us, you can do so on Patreon.
It's €1 and will help us to put out more frequent and better quality videos. You can find the link in the description below. So today we're covering a new band.
So many new bands lately.
I believe this is a Swiss band. So this was a discussion by our patrons. A few of them sort of came together and decided this would be a good one for us to try, at least the band. And then we had a few options of songs, and it's a pretty random pick, to be honest. I've no idea what we're getting into here.
Okay.
So now I saw the name of this band and I thought, I have no idea how to say this. So I just went and found a YouTube video to try find if someone's saying the word somewhere. What I've gotten is Eluveitie, but even the T isn't like T, like a hard T. I think it's more like a
Eluveitie.
like a D, like D.
Eluveitie.
Something like that.
Okay. That's probably wrong.
Yeah, that's what our English mouths can do. So, well,
Your English mouths.
/ Russian.
Okay, what does it mean?
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
I
Great.
was just trying to say it.
Okay, you just went halfway.
Yep.
Well, hopefully our viewers will tell us what it means.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it.
What's the name of the song?
Alesia.
Okay.
The grass was as green as it always was. That sinister day the blackbirds sang their songs as they always did. That black letter day, we passed the great gate for the very last time. I did not look back. I knew it.
They will not let us go. Leave us that strand. I saw the gleam in their eyes of fear and enslavement. The crushing weight.
The leather ground. Take me home.
Alesia, Alesia knows. Wake me when I'm gone. The night eternity. Proclaim barbaric sacrifice. On the ground, we cherish life and embrace death as the children's cries trail off. Some yell at the police. Alesia, Alesia knows. Wake me when I'm gone. Eternity. Proclaim our barren sacrifice.
The grass was as green as it always was. That sinister day as we walked the alleys 1,000 times before. I knew it.
Alesia, Alesia knows. Wake me when I'm gone.
abrupt ending. Okay, you start.
Okay, so I didn't pause because I missed the
window.
I missed the window, and then I was like, okay, well,
and it was gone.
we're done now. We're just getting the whole song.
Okay.
So, okay, when it started out, her voice was the first thing I noticed. Like a nice, powerful, clean. She was belting quite a bit even early on. She didn't take very long to build up into like a proper belt there. And then she also had this kind of cool effect on her voice that made it sort of airy, like raspy, which I thought was quite nice as a bit of a change. So it's not just all like straight tone, clean. Then, and you know, it's like light instruments and stuff. Then the male vocals came in, gave a bit of a grunt, and then so that's some nice balance, which I do enjoy. Then what else I was trying to think, like, what subgenre of music is this, because now I don't think we've done much, if any, metalcore. You won't know what that means, but I'm sure a lot of the viewers will know. I was getting quite strong metalcore vibes from a large part of that song, at least in the beginning and the middle. The chorus was parts of the chorus were feeling a little too, not pop, but sort of simple.
Like the Alesia study, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I wasn't quite vibing with the chorus too much. It just felt a little too like mainstream. But there were lots of other parts of the song that I did enjoy a lot more. Probably talking too much, so let me give you a chance, and then I'll continue with the rest of the song from there.
Okay, I think we're quite the opposite here, because I did like those parts of the song because of a like nice playful melody. Yeah, so I think the melody is what I enjoyed the most. I did enjoy the flute. That was kind of always in the background.
Was it a flute?
I think it was. I may be wrong.
I actually don't know what instrument it is.
It sounded like a flute, but I may be wrong, so correct me, please. Even in the heavy parts, it was still like subtly there in the background, and by the end of it, it was like them playing the main part, I think. Yeah, and the chorus was quite nice, but I have a bit of like a I don't know, contradiction between this like very cheerful music and sort of the subject of the song, that kind of and even the choir didn't add seriousness to it at all, and even like the growling also it was kind of also quite cheerful. I don't know if you can say that.
Cheerful growling?
Cheerful growling. Imagine that. Yeah, and the thing that you were talking about, this airy voice, I actually didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? It's like grasping for air or something. Yeah, so I think I did like the instrumentals more than the singing in this point, but it does remind me of Nightwish. I think everything was like folk vibes, and it would remind me of Nightwish at this point. Yeah, so for me, up until the part where that as of yet to be determined instrument came in, that part was very folky, and I got some symphonic type vibes in that area as well, that part of the song. So that's where I think I agree with the sort of Nightwish type comparison there. But before that, it felt very metalcore to me. But so I did like that part though, when that instrument came in, and when it went into that bit more folk / symphonic piece, that was very enjoyable and different and nice, because the problem with some metalcore songs is they just do that very simple melody, like very accessible, almost radio friendly kind of So you don't think
sound.
it's radio friendly?
Well, the chorus here would be, but I'm just talking about metalcore in general, and there is some metalcore that I really, really do like. But I'm just saying some metalcore just goes too far, and it's just there's nothing challenging about it. And this chorus was right on the edge of that for me. But the rest of the song I did really enjoy.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did enjoy it, partly, and partly I didn't know. What can I say?
Yeah, I think we kind of have the same view, and it's interesting because I think the patrons were trying to choose something.
For me.
No.
For both of us.
They were trying to choose something that we would both like.
Okay.
So they were trying to get a halfway house between what we both like, and I think that's pretty much reflected in our opinions, because there's parts that you like and parts that you don't, and me as well, and they're pretty much like the opposite parts to each other. But broadly speaking.
Okay, so half worked.
Yeah. Just different halves.
Okay.
So yeah, that's quite interesting. Okay. Lyrically?
Well, it kind of sounds that it's about some specific event, which I don't know what it is. So probably Alesia is kind of a place where it all happened. And I do get from the lyrics that it's something like a, I don't know, mass execution or something. Even though it's totally contradicting this whole cheerfulness of the instruments. That's why I'm a little hesitant about that. So to me, this song is from the perspective of a person who basically got killed in that event, whatever that event was. And it describes his walk to sort of his death, which is a really, really sad subject. Well, I don't know what it was exactly. Maybe it's something related to, I don't know, World War II, or... To be fair, I think it can be like linked to any like mass execution event in history, in human history. It can be linked to, slavery maybe, to world wars, to genocides, or something like that. Maybe this whole cheerfulness is because, despite of everything that happened, like that person still sees that, like, I don't know, there's like a life past that, an afterlife, or that that they won't be forgotten, and they will return home, maybe not in physical bodies, but in spirit or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, so very similar actually. When it was first going through, when I first started to get the vibe that this is like a battlefield or something where some atrocity or some mass murder or execution has taken place, I also thought World War II. Just, I don't know, I suppose it's the first thing that comes to mind for me as well when thinking of that sort of thing. But then the longer that the song went on, I started to wonder if this is actually maybe something like much further back in history. Now, I don't know if this is a fictitious, like, some story that's been made up, or if this is based on an actual event. But I started to think back to more, I mean, even if we look at the name, and I said Alesia, but then I think they were pronouncing it differently in the song, like Alesia, or I don't recall exactly how they pronounced it, so I think we're probably saying that wrong. But I started thinking back to like perhaps Greek times, or it could be anywhere in history. But
I think you watched me playing Odyssey too much.
Yeah, she's been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so maybe that's why.
And there is a character called Alexios.
I didn't actually know that yet.
Now you know.
I think just part of all the walking, the alleys, just the picture it was painting to me felt something older in time.
Well, to me it was linking to the Second World War, I think, like German occupation, like Nazi occupation, and when, I mean, from history lessons, I know about, whole crowds of people marching towards the death, basically. Oh,
and the other bit was with as children's cries. trailed off. So, I mean, okay, I could be wrong, but if I'm picturing some sort of battle scene where you can actually hear children, I'm not thinking of a World War II battle.
But why do you think it's a battle? It doesn't say anything about fighting per se. It says that they marched us. So basically, I'm picturing a crowd of people that were not even defending themselves, that were
Right.
helpless, and someone else was marching them. And I saw the gleam in their eyes of fear and enslavement, suffering from the crushing weight.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually. I think that's a good point.
And if we talk about World War II and like genocide back then, with the children's cries, you know, when women and children and men, they were separated in different sort of crowds, and then men were executed, but they could hear maybe the children taken away, something like that. Well, it's a really terrible subject, and I don't understand how how it corresponds to the music, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. No, I take on board your points. But please do let us know. Is this some specific event or fictional? And if it is specific, where and when did this take place?
Yeah, and why is it so cheerful? Why is this song so cheerful? Explain to me, please.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, thanks. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching.